Does Montgomery mean, I'm going to get straight to the point, it says it translates to mountain belonging to the ruler or manpower.
Woo! So it said we're going to thresh the mountains and beat them small. And that's what Montgomery means, right? Mountain, right? The mount of Esau. The government of Esau is going to be thrown down. So, and like this brother says, that it's heavily populated with Amalek. Ain't just any devil over there. It's Amalek fucking devilish ass, man. He over there. That's his epicenter. Go ahead, huh?
It pretty much was like a carnal brawl, but it was spiritual signs all within all that, man.
All throughout. Hey, but Jake was securing his own shit. Like, hey, you gonna have to move. Jake coming in. That's a guy. That's a guy. The Esau man.
Jake coming back into authority, man. Esau don't like this shit.
Oh, and Jake was the authority too. He's like, man, you gonna have to move this shit. You know? Yep. That's when it started. Go ahead, huh? That was it.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much it.
Brothers got Alabama. What it mean?
Yeah, it mean thicket clearers and or vegetation gatherers.
Woo!
Yeah, yep.
So a thicket clearer and a vegetation gatherer. So we gonna clear you fucking Edomites out
Esau.
the way, and then we gonna gather other Edomites to go into slavery.
That's
so
the beginning of it. That's why it started.
Hey, so in Alabama is a Hebrew word.
Yep.
So hey, we gonna clear you out, and we gonna gather you up. You hear? Yep. That's what we gonna do. Go ahead.
We gonna work.
You gonna work, boy.
Yeah, that's it on the definition of the word.
Hey, can a brother grab Isaiah 19 real quick about Egyptians fighting against the Egyptians? Because there's Edomites that was on TikTok bringing out the fight, and they was against Esau fighting against Jake. But just because you side with us don't mean we friends.
Right.
You don't mean that you gonna get thrust through as well. Right. We're not taking any prisoners today.
Hey, that means you should agree with your ass whooping.
Yeah, because it's coming for all of you.
Right.
Go ahead, huh?
It's Isaiah 19:2, and it reads, "And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian,
American against American. How about that? Nigga against nigga.
and they shall fight every one against his brother,
Woo!
and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against
There
kingdom."
you go. So it's gonna be all out hell. The Alabama brawl is gonna be a brawl for it all throughout the whole states of America, man. It's gonna be war everywhere.
Because that's because America is known of 50 states.
Yep.
And Hawaii is the 50th state. Belongs to Babylon the Great. Hey, bro. Hey, we're in that time where the Lord's about to just unleash all out mayhem.
Hey, Salaki, I didn't really look too much into it, but what happened with that Egyptian versus Egyptian, pretty much the FBI raided this guy, ended up killing him because he said something about Biden, like he was going to do something about Biden or some shit. So that's an example right there, man.
They already
He was an Edomite.
Yeah. They already fighting one another, and they had different odds. You got the leftists and then the right wingers. So we already been seeing it brewing for years, a very long time.
Direct energy weapons, I guess this is the definition. Now it says,
You gotta bring out the scripture first.
what is the scripture first?
Sure.
This is
To prove that
Genesis.
Esau has this power, the Lord gave him this power. Go ahead, huh?
This is Genesis chapter 27, beginning at verse 38. It reads, "And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father."
And that's the spirit because Isaac is Yahushua, and the king that was set over the Egyptians in Isaiah 19 is who? Yahushua. So he's like, well, go and do your thing. You got that sword, use it. But I'm gonna give Jacob something else. So it goes to show you the Lord got Esau moving, man. Like he told Judas, he's like, go and do what you gotta do quickly. Like, nigga, I already know what's going on. See, the Lord is having you move so he can make his move, man. Go ahead, huh?
And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
Yeah, he crying and shit. He crying right now. But now he's saying that there is no God. God is dead. Like, no, nigga, there is a God. It's just that you ain't no God. You just got a power of a God, but you're a puny God. You're nothing. Go ahead, huh?
And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth.
That's why Esau got the best of the lands. That's why them African nations was used and abused. Esau took the resources of the land, got the best of the best, and pushed them out. That's why the majority of the farmlands was owned by the Edomites, because this was his blessing. Now you're going to have the best of the best of all lands throughout the earth. You hear that?
And of the dew of heaven from above.
And of the dew of heaven from above. And they got that dew, the direct energy weapon. You go into the book of Obadiah, it said when he set his nest among the stars, which is a military emplacement. You got it? Go ahead, huh?
Prophet Obadiah, verse 4.
And this is the book to you Edomites with love from Obadiah. Like he wrote a whole book about y'all. Like damn. Not because he love you, but because the Lord hates you. Go ahead, huh?
Says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
Woo! Because the eagle is the highest flying bird of them all.
and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Now what's a nest? A military? Oh, go ahead.
That's from the British Dictionary. The definition for nest is military, a weapon emplacement.
Woo! Hey, and it's funny because in Revelation 13, it mentioned the beginning of the beast system was a leopard, which was the Greek Empire with Alexander. And it said the end of it was the feet of a bear, the Russians. But then it mentioned, it said that it had the mouth of a lion, which is Great Britain. So Great Britain just called their ass out like, nigga, once you say your nest is one of these, so it all good. It's all beautiful, man. Go ahead.
It says, this will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh.
So once they did that, once they got into space, so to speak, they began to be brought down. But who led them out there into outer space? Who first got a satellite out there? The Russians. Sputnik. Woo! So damn, it's been a guy. Hey, that's a chess move for real, Lord. Like and the ears are hard. Made his move, and then now you all the way through. Go ahead, huh?
That was that on that, bro.
Kind, huh? And keep reading a little bit more, huh? It's going into what's happening in our world today.
Verse 5. It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
Woo! See, now the nations that Eve done wrong, they kill the farmer, kill him. They in that spirit.
Kill the farmer. Kill the boy.
Yeah, and colonizers and shit. They against all Edomites. You know?
Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
That's what the nation's saying. Like, well, goddamn, nigga, we gave you the gold, we gave you uranium, shit. You know, I gave you my son, you know, whatever. We gave you everything. And this how you repairs. Go ahead, huh?
It says, if the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Yeah, you can only take so much and bone out. But Eve just never satisfied. This dude is a damn.
I want
demon.
every grape. Like
Everything. And if I don't get your grape, then I'll make my own grape.
He wants to spoil
That's how through this guy is, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, how are the things of Esau searched out?
Through the internet. See, we should have never met. But guess what? Jake invented it to bring your ass to the light. And the chair that don't goddamn it, don't you hit her. And then the bitch got smacked with the chair, and the nigga got smacked. But who invented the chair? Jake. So everything that Esau getting Esau getting his ass whooped by a lot of shit. Jake invented the shit. Go ahead.
How are his hidden things sought up?
Hey, how are his hidden things sought up? How is it coming out? Is it in the books? Is it on the internet? Other Edomites is bringing it out. The CIA, the disclosed files and shit started to be brought out now. That they've been hiding the chariots for a long time. That they've been hiding what they've been doing in these other lands.
Hey, wait till the pedophile shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and there's something spiritual going on too. The Lord is like giving people visions. I was looking at a video on TikTok of a Disney employee that went into a back room and it led to other rooms. And it pretty much looked like a damn showroom for kids. And then I looked at the comments. It was thousands of comments, but every other comment, I'm not even exaggerating, was somebody talking about they had a dream of a room that looked exactly like that. So how is it that all these different people, hundreds of people, were saying they had a dream about a damn back room at Disney World?
That's the spirit, bro, because the Lord is letting them see this devil. You read it earlier. Yep. It said, the wicked shall be revealed.
Yeah, see, that's the spirit.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Hey, we seen that this week. I mean, we've been seeing it for years, but really this week with the nations of Ham, the elder Yahshua did it, showing them saying, kill the farmer, kill. And it was a whole goddamn stadium full of Hamites, some Jakes in there too. Just like kill this damn devil.
They say kill the farmer and a board, and I think a
And the
board
board
over
means
there is like a white man.
it's a
over
sling word for Edom.
there.
Hey,
Damn.
that's spiritual too, because part of Cain's curse is having to till the ground.
Yeah, and didn't he say, if people see me, surely they will kill me. So now it's coming back that the Lord is taking the hedge off this devil. He's like, get him, go and get his ass.
I seen one African leader. He was going into it. He was like, Africa, we need to keep our union. He was like, we're the most resourceful continent on earth. But yet, we ain't got nothing to show for it. It's because these goddamn Edomites, pretty much.
Same with South America too. It's filled with resources, but the people of the lands, which is our people, ain't got shit to show for it. Go ahead,
It says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee.
Now the men that were at peace with them were who? These African countries that were colonized, these Asian countries that were colonized by the British Empire, the East Indian Trading Company, all that, and ultimately Russia was a trading partner, and China with Babylon. But the men of thy confederacy have brought thee to the border. Go ahead,
It says, and prevailed against thee.
and they have prevailed against thee. How? By way of your money system. They used your money system to beef up their own nations militarily, and the same surveillance you used on them, they're using it on you. The same weapon you had to put them in fear, they got it. Go ahead,
They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee.
them eating the bread is them getting down with your dollar. I mean, they have to. They ain't no escaping it. But they like, but the whole time we laying a wound under your ass. We stabbing your ass nice and slow. You didn't even know we was stabbing your ass.
Soft, yeah, I was
Go ahead,
There is none understanding in him.
And Esau ain't understanding. Why? Like, hold on, like didn't I, you know, like, didn't I do you right? Like, nah, you didn't do it right, man. Go ahead,
Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
Whoa, so the Lord is destroying the wise men out of Edom. Esau, for all his wisdom, he's wiser than Daniel. He's bugging out. He's like, damn, what the fuck is going on? The Germans, they through. They're bugging out. They don't know what to do anymore. They don't know whether to be with Babylon or to side with the Russians. That's the time we're living in. The men of that confederacy have brought you to the border. Even the European nations that's with you right now, they're going to turn on you and side with the Russians, man. They already siding with the BRICS nations because they know that it's going to be a digital system. Like Ariana said, they ain't about to just drop the dollar today because they're all interconnected with it.
Yep.
They ain't going to drop it until they know, okay, this war and the digital system is already on the table.
Hey, bro. Side note: one of our customers said he went to the bank, and the bank told him you gotta have $25,000 in your bank to have free checking. When have you ever like what made you? So that tells you that we are right at the door.
Yep.
This nigga he's only got a short time to bring his digital system in.
It's here,
It's already fucking
but he has to bring it though.
Yeah, the Lord got to just tell him, hey, the Lord got to turn that little notch on his brain. Bring that in. Bring it in.
Go ahead.
It says, and understanding out of the mount of Esau,
They see they ain't no understanding in these devils no more, man. They bugging out. They're like, because these niggas don't even know what a fucking woman is any goddamn more.
Right.
Like, that's common knowledge. You ask a little 5-year-old, boy and shit, what are you? I'm a boy.
Hey, they going back to that
Cave.
that caveman state, because now that these devils talking about you don't need to shower every day, like you can just shower once a week.
They would.
They losing their damn mind.
They just as they were when they came over here originally with Cortez and them niggas. They didn't bathe and shit. When they seen the tribes was taking a bath like every day and shit. They were like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, Esau is converted back to his goddamn beastly state.
Bugs, raw meat.
Oh yeah, raw.
You got niggas on the internet like promoting like a raw meat diet.
Hey, remember the big muscle bound nigga, the Liver King nigga? He actually had to apologize because the niggas was actually dying from eating the shit raw because he was taking the roids and shit out. So you devils are fucked up every
But
which
it's the
way.
spirit, because one of them niggas, he does that raw meat diet, but then he'll eat like fruit and herbs too. And it made me think about how when Esau was bugging out, the Lord had him eating that marshmallow root,
Marlow and juniper root, yeah?
to like flush them worms and shit out of them, just to preserve them.
Yeah, God, go ahead, huh? Yeah, Lord had to preserve this weak ass food, man. He don't know nothing, he's done. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, and every one of the mountain of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Going back to Oppenheimer, going into team and the Germans, they said they're going to be dismayed because of what they produced. Well, look what it led to. Now we got hypersonic missiles that can't be detected, undetected. There's so goddamn many of them. The scriptures say they all going to be used. So you have destroyed your own self, E. And now these other nations that you thought could never have it, have it. The Russians and the Chinese are taking over Africa. And what is Nigeria and Niger known for? The top resource that they're known for, other than gold, is what? Uranium. Uranium is used in what? Nuclear weapons. Go ahead, huh?
It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob,
This is why. This is why the Lord gonna destroy your ass, because of your violence against your brother Jacob, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. That's our forefather, Jacob. Hey, America will be great again with fire. Go ahead, huh?
it says, shame shall cover thee.
Hey, she that is my enemy shall see it. And shame shall cover her. Hey, may the Lord destroy it. May she get a chair across her damn head. The folded chair.
By him.
By him, yeah. No. May he beat her down with the chair, then open it up, get on the chair, get a noose, put it on his neck, and then hang his goddamn self with the shit. May that happen. Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt be cut off forever.
Whoa, see, the Lord said you're going to be cut off forever, Esau, Edom, as a nation of people. Go ahead, huh?
In the day that thou stoodest on the other side,
Going back into the past, when you stood on the other side, can a brother get Esdras, 1 Esdras 4 and 44? Got to go into that history, because they thinking that our hatred for you devils started in slavery. Nah, it go way back. It go way back to the womb when your forefather and our forefather was fighting in the womb of our foremother Rebecca. Go ahead, huh?
it says, in the day that the stranger carried away captive his forces.
And who are those strangers? The Babylonians, which are ethnically Assyrians. So they are known as Neo-Babylon. Hamites.
And foreigners entered.
Or the actual Cushites was here. The Assyrians, I don't think. They gotta be mixture. They're closely related to us. Elam. There you go. That's the Elam is the Hebrew. Yep.
Says, Slacker. And foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem.
Those are the Babylonians that came in to take down the southern kingdom. The north had already been taken away by the Assyrians.
No, Syrians from Ashur.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, God. That's all good.
And foreigners entered into his gates and cast lots upon Jerusalem. Even thou wast as one of them.
And that's why the Lord compares America to Assyria and Egypt. What did it just say? Cast lots for them. The place where that fight took place, that was an auctioning block for Jake when they was landing off the ship. Hey, I got a big Negro, I got this. So it all makes sense. Poetic justice. Two McFlies with the same gun. Go ahead, huh?
It says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger.
Because Esau Edom is our brother. But look how he has treated us this whole time. He ain't saved us. He ain't done a goddamn thing for us. He wanted to exterminate us. But yet,